Hello, everyone, and welcome to Castle Field for CTN's live coverage of Metro Mini Baseball. Tonight's interleague game between the Anoka Bucs and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action in the beautiful press box here at the new Castle Field.
I always love calling a game here from Castle Field, and the old one was fun, but this one, certainly has the aura of an old-time minor league ballpark. But it's a lot of fun, and this should be a good one too. I mean, typically these two teams are competitive, although Anoka having a fine season at 13-4.
Yeah, and kind of an interesting evening as they resumed a game that started middle of last week, so 6 days ago, was suspended in the top of the 15th inning. It was Centennial on top by a run, and they ended up losing on a play at the plate. Their runner gunned down, and they lost to Centennial by that one run in 15 innings. So that was that play resumed about an hour before this contest was scheduled to start. They got that 15th inning done, and almost an opportunity to go even deeper.
Yeah, we're starting this one right on time as the Redbirds are they're struggling a little bit. They're at the bottom of the standings. They have a 5-7 record, 1-4 in the conference, and we were talking to head coach Jeff Lindstrom before the game, and said they're really having trouble hitting the ball, batting .203 as a team. So they're going to have to get it going against a really solid ball club in the Bucs.
Lewis Hertling will be hurtling things at them.
Hopefully just baseball.
The top of them. Hurling things, not hurtling.
Yeah. He'll be jumping hurdles just to get the win.
Well, Tanner Stein last night, the Redbirds losing to Andover 1-0. Had just 2 hits, both of them by the leadoff man, Tanner Stein. Unfortunately, he was caught stealing both times he made it on base.
Well, Tanner's having a nice season. He's one of the few Redbirds that are hitting well at the plate. He comes to the plate batting .400 on the season.
Yeah, team batting average just barely above 2 Bills.
Yeah, 204 actually it says currently.
That's not where you want to be. And Hertling inside at Stein on a couple. It falls behind early 2-0.
Well, and Hertling comes in with a 1-1 record. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings, given up 13 hits, 8 runs, 7 of those runs earned. He has struck out 21 batters in those 14 2/3 innings.
Had to throw one over the plate this time. Stein got a little piece of it, but it is 2-1. Inside again, and Hertling in danger of walking the leadoff man here in the top of the first. Fouled and a full count.
And again, Andover, talking to Coach Bright, Andover fouled off so many pitches, things that the Redbirds are not doing. I mean, just not getting contact with the ball. Certainly trying to put the ball in play.
Curveball grounded foul past head coach Jeff Lindstrom.
He just kind of waved at it as it went by.
Slow roller to the right side. Wells will scoop it up, throw it over to Austin Lang, and that's out number 1.
Center fielder, number 25, Ian Wynn.
So Hertling getting a fair number of pitches to get started, but getting the result he wanted, a routine ground ball for an out. And now Ian Wynn, a bat the Cardinals have been missing for most of the season, but back from injury and hoping to make an impact. Heavy swing at the opening offering, comes up empty, 0-1.
Yeah, limited plate appearances, just 9. Just got a couple of base hits in those 9 appearances, hitting .222 on the season. And, when healthy, he's certainly dangerous, especially on the base paths.
Pitch down and away, easy take for Wynn. Evens the count, 1-1, one out here in the top of the first inning. Lewis Hertling gets another slow roller to Wells at second. Easy play over to Lang for out number 2.
Yeah, a couple of relatively easy outs in the field for the Bucs to start this this game.
That'll bring up Scott Jusela, the first baseman.
When Scott's been hitting the ball well, hitting 370. It's he and Stein, the only two players hitting over 300 for this team.
Good looking breaking pitch on the outside edge for Lewis Hertling to get ahead in the count, 0-1. Follows it with a fastball, but it's down to the dirt. Evens it up. Catcher Garrett Hoffman was not chasing that one.
Nope.
Not able to stop it. He said, how about another one? Jusela lines it through the gap on the right side. A 2-out single keeps the Redbirds alive here in the top of the first inning.
Well, they're giving Bucs manager Davey Wells the opportunity here in this first inning. Of course, playing second base, also managing this squad.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Hayden Torgerson.
Torgerson hitting a .190 as he steps to the plate. The drop.
High fly to center of right field, Nate Tillman. Easy catch out there for out number 3, and that will end the top half of the first inning. 1 hit, 1 left, no score. Going to the bottom of the first on CTN.
Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Back at Castle Field, just about ready to get the bottom half of the first inning underway. Joe Lewis, the hard-hitting left-hander, will deal from the hill for the visitors.
Lewis pitched 16 in the third inning, has a 1-2 record with 1 save. Given up 14 hits, 14 runs, 9 of those runs earned. He struck out 18, and he sits with a 4.96 earned run average.
Well, after throwing quite a few to the leadoff man, his counterpart, Lewis Hertling, able to get the outs pretty quickly, despite the 2-out hit from Jusela. Will Check will lead things off, playing center field for the Bucs this evening, and a beautiful evening to be at the ballpark, by the way.
It certainly is.
Light breeze, not too hot, not too humid.
Check's hitting .333 as he steps to the plate.
Takes a hard hack at a high fastball and falls behind 0-1. Gets a piece of this, but pounds it foul and quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Well, good start for Lewis here on the mound of the first batter.
See if he could tempt him with one up and away, but check holds steady. Still alive, 1-2. This one on the ground to the left side. Torgerson on a couple of hops. Low throw, but scooped well by Jusel at first. And there's one gone.
Yeah, good play in the ground ball. Looked like he had to kind of double clutch a little bit, and as you mentioned, that down in the dirt, but Juice does a good job of picking it.
We'll bring up Zane Vitens, playing at third base for the Bucs this afternoon. Takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. So grounded into right field, a one-out single for Vitens.
I was just going to say, Vitens came in hitting .333, keeps that average north of 300 with a base hit here.
Garrett Hoffman.
And now the catcher, Garrett Hoffman. One out, one on. Anoka can definitely score. They have the most runs scored in the Metro Mini, 122. This one hit high down the line in right, and it is going to be fair in front of a diving Drew Gertz. Vitens able to hustle over to third base. Back-to-back hits, runners at the corners with one away.
Well, and Hoffman continuing to hit the ball well. He was hitting .404 before this at bat. And that ball, you can see, tough play in right by Gertz. Had to try and stretch for it.
Had to run a long way and then make a diving play. Came up empty.
A courtesy runner, Mike McGonigal at first base for the Bucs.
We know that name.
Sure, absolutely do.
First pitch swinging, chopped through the hole by Fredenberg. That'll bring Vitens to the plate. Bucs on the board early. 3 straight base hits. The meat of their order coming through on 3 straight pitches.
Yeah, you talked about them hitting the ball well, and they certainly do. And that, hitting that ball, perfect spot, easily brings home the run.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Austin Lang, trying to keep this rally going.
Lang hitting .394.
Takes a pitch inside, 1-0. McGonigal, the runner at second, Fredenberg at first. With the RBI single to get the Bucs on the board. Lewis able to get a swinging strike. And even the count, 1-1.
Yeah, you talked about this Bucs team hitting. They're hitting .309 as a team.
But the run production, 122.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's
almost double
14 games.
Coon Rapids 65. They have they've played a handful fewer games,
right,
but a difference of like 50 runs almost.
Yeah, 17 games, sorry.
Difference of like 50 runs
right
in their output over the difference of 5 games.
Number 22, Jake Dunns.
Austin Lang, 2-1 with 2 on, 1 out. 1 already across here for the home team in the Bottom of the first inning, Lang calls time and steps out to get an extra hack in.
When you look at the standings, there are two other teams that both Shoreview, the Stump Grinders, of course, they've scored 116 runs, and Forest Lake has scored 114.
Pitch down in the dirt. Good stop by Zach White.
First base, number 19, Dalton Hoffman.
Dalton Hoffman takes over to run at first base. Good pitch from and length. And Dalton's done.
I think he had to get a new helmet.
Nope, it was they have to have X amount of appearances in games.
Okay,
That's
true.
the way they do it with the PO guys. Get them out there, let them stand in for one pitch and
then
then
come
on
back.
base, and that's all it takes to have officially entered the game.
Gotcha.
Full count pitch. Hit high to center. Wynn ranging to his left, coming in a bit, makes the catch for out number 2.
That's a big second out here, too. Yeah, if the Redbirds can get out with just the one run here in this inning, that'd be a good thing for them, because we talk about the Bucs hot-hitting team.
Bucs second baseman, number 7, J.D. Wells.
Talked about it in the top half of the inning. Player coach, second baseman J.D. Wells, trying to spark a 2-out rally for his squad. Had a couple of assists in the top half of the inning. Helped get his pitcher a 1-2-3 start. Got just a piece of that off the end of the bat, 0-1. Still 2 runners on, 2 out now here in the bottom of the first inning. Reached out for that one, pokes it foul, out of play. And Wells in an 0-2 hole.
Wells hitting .255 on the season.
Yeah, they have, I think, 16 guys that are hitting .250 or better.
That's impressive.
11 that are .333 or better. Definitely helps when you got all kinds of different guys hitting the ball well, and allows you to slip different guys in different parts of your order for different situations. And of course, in town ball, guys have regular lives.
They do.
Outside the
They have to
baseball
work.
diamond, so sometimes they're not able to make it. Well, and sometimes, you have family, you want to go on.
Yeah.
Take some advantage of the summer weather and get away with the fam a little bit.
I mean, baseball doesn't come first.
For some. Wells goes reaching for another one. That one was well outside, and he was nowhere close. That's strike 3, but 3 hits, 1 run, 2 left. Anoka up 1-0 after 1 on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Back at Castle Field in Anoka, the Bucs A 1-0 lead after the first inning. Hertling did not quite have a 1-2-3 top of the first. Did give up that 2-out single, but got through without much stress. Andy Brown hoping to change that to start this second inning. He will lead off, the designated hitter. First pitch, swinging hard, but a little late. 0-1.
And he comes to the plate hitting 150 on the season.
Lays off, but the pitch catches the outside edge. 0-2. And a 3-pitch strikeout to start the second inning. First strikeout of the ball game for Lewis Hertling.
Yeah, definitely not the way the Redbirds wanted to start here in the top of the second. Obviously, they're struggling at the plate, need base runners.
Going to bring up the right fielder, Drew Gertz. Takes a pitch low.
Drew looking for his first hit of the season.
And now inside, makes it 2-0. Fouled straight back.
It's just you talked about a beautiful evening here. Just a light wind blowing from right to left.
Good pitch down on the outside edge. Evens it up 2-2. This one slashed into left. Nearly a great play by Vitens at third, but he was unable to snare it on a line, and it is a 1-out single. First hit of the season for Drew Gertz.
Yeah, nice way to start it here. Redbirds trailing 1-0 here in the
30.
top half of the second.
Zach White.
And as you mentioned, it's a pretty good shot down the third baseline, but Vitens not able to control that. And Gertz is on.
And now the catcher, Zach White. Runner at first base, one away. First pitch, foul to the backstop.
Zach hitting $154 as he steps to the plate.
But the stat that jumps off the page at you, 8 hit by pitch.
Yeah, he takes it for the team, Joe. He takes one for the team wherever they need him.
4 hits, 8 hit by pitch. It's getting on base any way you can, but
12 times
end up
on
with
base.
a few more bruises that are seriously necessary. Up and in makes it 1-1. But when he hits, he can thump it. In that game against Hamill, he had a
big triple,
3-run triple.
Yep.
This one hit well to center, but unfortunately right at check. And he backed up and he dropped it. I don't know if he just lost it in the sun.
Yeah, I think he lost it in the sun.
But
that's a rare occasion. He's not going to drop those.
Just took his eye off the ball, and it went right by him. And immediately put on the board as an error. But just as I was saying, getting on base anyway. Any way he can, and that
I'll take it.
Gets him on base. It's a lazy can of corn to center, but got to look it all the way into your glove.
You do. Things like that can happen.
Second baseman, number 4, Jimmy Brenda.
Jimmy Brenda will dig in with 2 on, 1 out.
Good situation for Jimmy to work on his average. He's hitting 100 as he steps to the plate.
Pitches down inside.
Hoffman made a nice move coming out of his crouch and making sure that base runners were not napping off the bag.
Yeah, I think it was a little bluff move from Hoffman.
Yep.
This time Hoffman did lose control, but kept it in front of him. Big leadoff by Gertz, but he stays in second. And now everybody's going to talk in the middle of the field. Oh, that's Mark Manders, who was taken over at first base for the courtesy runner for Zach White. Well, after getting the lead in the bottom half of the first inning, trying not to give it back here in the top of the second, a single with one out on a line drive that was nearly snared by Vitens. Then an error in center, and
well, I think a good meeting at the mound for the Bucs. I mean, after that error in center field, just kind of talk about things, calm things down a little bit, say they have an opportunity with one away to try and get out of this inning without any runs coming across.
A couple of throws in the dirt to start Brenda out 2-0. This one right down the pipe, fouled back and out of play. This one hit on the left side, backhanded and flubbed by Hubner. He was thinking of going for the leadoff runner, or the lead runner, and he lost it trying to pull it out of his glove. Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded.
Yeah, again, just a couple of mental errors here in the field for the Bucs in the top half of the second have led to bases loaded with one away for the Redbirds in a situation where they're trying to break open an inning.
Back-to-back errors and loaded bases for number 9 hitter Jackson Bates, playing at shortstop today.
Jackson's needing to work on his average. It's a shade below the 100 mark.
This be a good time to get some pep in that. Fouls this one back and quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Again, that's a couple of quick strikes is always a pitcher's friend.
Well, and Hertling maybe feeling like he has to do it himself. Started this inning with a strikeout. Since then, walk, error. Tried to tie the hands of Jackson Bates. He backs away, takes it inside, 1-2. Back out over the plate. It's fouled off by Bates. It'll stay 1-2.
Well, Jackson's just trying to keep his at-bat alive here with bases loaded, trying to knock in a run for the Redbirds and even this one up.
Gertz the runner at third, Manders at second, Brenda at first. 1-2 pitch. There's a curveball outside. Bates saw that bender early and decided to lay off. Called third strike.
Tough one to
Bates thought that one was inside again, but he'll hang his head.
Take a look
head
at
back
it.
for the dugout.
That one did a nice job of framing it, but I think that pitch was in there.
Back to the top of the order, Tanner Stein, a ground out to second base, and Hertling hoping he can get him to ground out again and get himself out of this jam. Pitch down to the dirt, smothered well by Hoffman. Single to the outfield, could easily score two. That pitch inside, no, caught the edge. 1-1.
Well, good hitter in this situation to be at the plate. Leading hitter for the Redbirds, but two away.
Got the inside edge, now gets the outside edge, and Hertling back in the driver's seat, 1-2. That one down in the dirt. Hoffman got in front of it, kept it around home plate.
Again, just getting it with his body to keep it in front of him. Good play behind the plate.
Try and get the runner at second. That one popped away from Wells, but he's able to quickly recover it. They had Manders off the base.
They did. Well, 2 away, you want to make sure you get a pretty good jump on the ball if that ball finds green.
But if Wells wasn't able to recover it so quickly, that run was coming home.
Yep.
Bases loaded, 2 out, a 2-2 pitch. Was hit foul and out of play. Let's do it all over again.
So balls bring to the concession stand for a freezy.
Oh, look at it. So you get if you get a foul ball here and you bring it back to the concession stand, you get a freezy. I got a bunch of baseballs in my trunk. I'm gonna
nothing
run
second
and get
class
some.
about the operations at Castle Field.
No. Reminds me of back in the days of Skippy Field in St. Louis Park. Get a free bag of popcorn.
Another 2-2 pitch from Hertling. This one is up and in, a full count. And now all the runners will get an early start. Down low, ball 4, a bases loaded RBI walk for Tanner Stein, evens the game at 1-1. Bases stay loaded,
Number 25.
and now Ian Wynn, an opportunity to give the visitors a lead.
RBI number 6 on the season for Stein.
Wynn also grounded out to second base, first time up. That one skips away from Hoffman, but he scrambles to it quickly and not far enough to give White Manders an opportunity to come home from third.
Well, again, it got past him again, but he did get a nice job of getting part of his body on it, so it didn't go too far.
One hit on the right side, and it gets under the glove of Lang at first. 1 run will score. They're going to send another one in. Brenda scores as well. It's a 2-run single for Ian Wynn. And the Redbirds have a 3-1 lead here in the top of the second.
Yeah, just nice piece of hitting by Ian, able to find that hole in the infield. That
The 34s.
RBIs 2 and 3 on the season for Wynn. All of a sudden, the Redbirds up 3-1.
Just the second hit of the inning. Couple of errors and a walk mixed in there as well. And Scott Jusela. Runners at the corners and 2 away. Jusela singled in the first. Slipped it through the right side of the infield. This one fouled to the backstop, evens the count 1-1. That may be a true indicator of the health of Ian Wynn, is when and if we see him attempt to steal, because he is definitely a threat to do so.
Oh, yes.
This is a definite stealing situation early in the ball game.
Yeah, I had mentioned that earlier, that he's so strong on the base pass. And we saw it obviously when he played high school ball for the Cardinals.
So on foul and out of play. 2-2. Stein, the runner at third, Wynn at first. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch is inside. Count goes full, and that gives Wynn the chance to take off early.
Jusla does a good job of making sure he's not going to go for that inside look.
Jusla thought that was ball 4. Instead, it's called third strike. Second punch out of the ball game, or of the inning for Hertling. He gets all 3 outs by strikeout, 2 of them caught looking, including that one right there to Scott Jusla. But 3-run score on 2 hits, 2 errors. They had 2 left. It's 3-1 after an inning and a half on CTN. So Lewis Hertling took the hill with a 1-0 lead, but after getting the first strikeout, a single, and then a couple of errors, and it's back to the top of the order, and the Redbirds batters able to force some runners across and make sure that they took advantage of those miscues in the field.
They certainly did. Not the prettiest of innings in the field for the Bucs. I know they like to have that one back, but we talk about it, the fact they hit the ball pretty well, just down by 2. We'll see what the bottom of the second holds offensively for Anoka.
Designated hitter and former Redbird Taylor Nelson will lead things off for Anoka here in the bottom of the second inning. Foul back and out of play.
Nelson hitting .297 on the season.
Goes after the high heat, comes up empty, 0-2. Three straight hits for the Bucs in the first inning. Helped them push the run across. A 3-pitch strikeout to start the inning. Feels good for Joe Lewis, now stake to that 3-1 lead.
Right fielder, number 18.
Threw it outside and got him to chase. Now the right fielder, Nate Tillman. Takes a pitch up and away, 1-0.
Don't
Pop up on the infield. Oh, it will get into the outfield grass, but barely. Brenda backs up, waits on it, squeezes for out number 2.
a couple of quick outs in the field here for the Redbirds after taking that 2-run lead.
That'll bring up the shortstop, number 9 hitter Fred Hubner.
Number 9.
Fred Hubner.
Hubner hitting .240.
Yeah, really long first top half of this inning for Hertling. Lewis trying to respond with a very quick home half. Instead, Hey, he does get that one as it hung up just long enough for Gertz to come over and make the catch. Just 6 pitches to get the 3 outs in the bottom half of the second inning. We go to the third. Coon Rapids 3 and Anoka 1 on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
The fans got a great view, Joe. They're sitting behind right field fence in the shade, just relaxing.
It's a great place to watch a ball game, whether you're here behind home plate in the stands or out on the hill in the shade.
Yeah, they're enjoying themselves out there. Got a great view and out of the sun, as you mentioned. And nice little breeze blowing on this beautiful summer evening.
And you park in that parking lot, and there's almost zero chance that you're getting hit. The one behind the Coon Rapids dugout, you take your chances on foul balls. Torgerson leading things off here in the third. He's the only Redbirds hitter not to get a plate appearance in inning number 2. As they sent 8 to the
plate.
A good start to the inning for Hertling. Gets ahead of Torgerson 0-2. Torgerson, a fly ball to right field. First time up on the first pitch he saw. This one hit well to the left side. Takes a high hop, but snagged by Hubner. The throw is offline, but the tag applied by Austin Lang. And a little bit of a limp from Hayden Torgerson.
Well,
Hopefully it's nothing more than a cramp.
It took a little weird.
But clearly in a little bit of discomfort as he tripped over the bag a little bit.
But again, nice job by Lang at first to come down with that and get the swipe tag on him.
They'll bring up the DH, Andy Brown. One of the 3 strikeout victims for Hertling in that long second inning. Fastball misses low. It's quickly 2-0. Fly ball to center field. Easy play for Will Check. This time he watches it all the way into his glove for out number 2.
Truck thinks that the tag was missed at first base, Joe.
I thought it was for sure.
As he came around. I don't know. No, I think he got him. Might have just swiped down the leg. But
well, he pled his case well.
He did.
Got the call right away, and there was no complaint from Torgerson, so. Drew Gertz singled and scored in the second. Line drive at the third baseman, but Vitens could not quite snare it. On a hot shot, this one off the outside edge, evens the count. It's almost hard to remember the nostalgia of the original Castle Field and to think how long ago that was. It seems
Oh, yeah.
not too long ago, but it was. Big
Yeah.
swing over the top of a fastball.
That was
Evens it up 2-2.
It was a very quaint ballpark. It was fun to call games there. But this is a beautiful park.
Quaint is a good way to describe the old Castle
Yep.
Field.
You know, we got,
Problem was with the ivy in the outfield, sometimes one ball would go in and none would come out. Someone would go in and 3 would come out. Torgerson thought he was walking to first. Instead, he will be punched out. Or not Torgerson, Kurtz rather, will be punched out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hertling. We go to the bottom of the third. Anoka trying to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie?
Oh, boy. I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
Back at the ballpark, the shadows getting longer as we get into the middle innings, bottom half of the third inning. Anoka scored in the bottom of the first. Coon Rapids responded with 3 in the top of the second. That's where we are as we start the bottom of the third.
you can see this beautiful little ballpark here. Part of it, one of the few places that you and I get to call a baseball game from an actual press box.
One of the very few, about
Mid-
the only.
Used to be the old Midway when we used to go do section games there. That was a fun place to call a game.
Yes. Well, at CHS is.
That's we haven't done it as much from CHS as unfortunately as we did from Midway.
Top of the order for Anoka here in the bottom of the third. We'll check. Casting one wide for that one. Not able to reel in a hit. Behind in the count, 0-1. This one flipped foul out of play. Joe Lewis able to get through the bottom third of the order on just 6 pitches in the second inning.
Oh, right into the Anoka dugout. Guys had to hustle to get out of the way of that one.
Check doing what he needs to stay alive. Look for the pitch he can put in play. Another foul ball out of play.
There's a lot of freezies to be had. I'm thinking about
The
running
young
and grabbing one.
visitors to the press box have
Yeah, if you want to bring some.
left their post because it's time to go get a refill on the freezies. Another 0-2 offering from Lewis. This one inside to check. Swinging strike 3, third strikeout of the ball game for Joe Lewis. And a nice way to start this third inning.
Yeah, nice pitch there. He got him to swing at something down low.
Swear that pitch was there just a second ago. This is the part of the order that did the damage for Anoka first time through. Vitens, Hoffman, and Fredenberg. 3 straight singles that drove in their run in the bottom of the first. And they did it on 3 straight pitches. Vitens was behind in the count 0-1 when he got his single. Hoffman and Fredenberg both on first pitches. Big sweeping curveball, and Vitens just got a piece of it. 0-2.
Well, Lewis would love to come back and get him here. Not with that pitch.
He's got room to play. He's
does.
Gotten a couple of Bucs to really cast out, throw their bats at pitches that are well off the outside edge. Not this time. Here comes the 1-2. And maybe overcorrected a bit as that was inside in the dirt. 2-2. And now a full count. You'd hate to lose him after being ahead 0-2.
Yes, absolutely. You're stick to a 3-1 lead, trying to keep those runners off base. Obviously early just here in the bottom half of the third.
Jam shot, hit to the left side. Torgerson gets it over to Jusela for out number 2.
Catcher, number 12, Garrett Hoffman.
Well, you talked about Hoffman getting that hit on that first pitch. Pretty good hitter at the plate. They had a nice average coming into the game, as you saw the play from Torgerson. Over to Jusela.
Hacking at that first offering again, this time fouled out of play. 0-1. Little half swing foul ball for Hoffman. Seven straight retired for Joe Lewis, trying to make it 8. Curveball is hit high down the right field. Long run for Gertz, but he makes the diving catch and ends inning number 3. We go to the 4th. Redbirds 3, Bucs 1. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN. back at the ballpark. A beautiful day to hang out with your boy at the ballpark.
Absolutely.
And no better ballpark to watch a town ball in the Northwest Metro. One of the very few that has concessions and covered seats.
Well, if you come down with, we've got
And
9
you get a
innings.
freezy when you
I was-
bring a foul ball back.
Or you can come buy a freezy.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
But why when you can just go get a foul
Well,
ball? You have to try and beat that young man to
You're
it,
not
and
going to
that
do
is
it.
not
That's his
an
fifth.
easy task.
That's his 5th freezy I've been counting.
He gets a good read off the bat, fast first step.
Yep.
And once he's at full speed, forget about it.
Well, I think he's got his sister working for him too. So
Bottom third of the order, 2 up here in the 4th inning. White, Brenda, and Bates. White and Brenda both reaching on error their first time up. White, just a lazy fly ball to straightaway center that Czech took his eye off of. And things kind of snowballed for the Coon Rapids offense in that second inning, allowed them to score 3 runs. And Zach White continues to be a leader in the hit by pitch category. It's unbelievable.
can you make like all league hit by pitch?
I don't know,
number
but
9.
I think, is that number 9?
That's number 9.
Number 9? He's almost at double digits in hit by pitch.
Mark Mander is going to be the courtesy runner
Again.
Number 19, Mark Manders. Pitcher.
That'll bring up Jimmy Brenda. Brenda, a ground ball to second base that was snagged by Hubner, and then he fumbled it on the transfer looking to get the lead runner. Brenda lays off a pitch, down and away. It's ahead in the count. Brenda fouls it straight back. Count is even at 1-1. Brenda was the team's power last year. I think he had like 5 or 6 home runs last season for the Redbirds. Believe they are still looking for their first long ball of the season. It's now 2-1.
No, Tanner Stein has one.
He does. Okay.
Yep.
So looking for their second. This one gets away. Manders got a good jump, and he will get over to second base into scoring position. A 3-1 count now to Jimmy Brenda. Just a good read, and he's seen a little bit of wildness from Hertling. That one was down in the dirt and got far enough away from Hoffman that he was able to get over to second base. Brenda fouls it back out of play, full count.
Manders trying to get the attention of Hertling at the mound, getting a nice lead off the bag, kind of bouncing back and forth a little bit.
Well, they nearly had him picked
They
up
did.
in that second inning
They
at
did.
second base. Wells is sneaking in from second right now, but now is going to retreat, not give up such a big hole. Instead, it's down and in. Brenda will take a walk down to first.
Shortstop, number 5, Jackson Bates.
And they're going to have a meeting at the mound. Of course, makes it easy for when your manager's playing second base and just a quick walk to the mound to talk about things.
Well, and when you have the 7, 8, 9 hitters starting out an inning, you don't want to start by hitting one and walking the next. But they are going to take it away from Lewis Hertling. We're going to have our first pitching change of the evening. We will take a break and be back with the rest of the fourth after this. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh?
Nathan Cully will come on in relief for the Anoka Bucs. He inherits a couple of runners on first and second, no out. In the top of the fourth inning, his team already trailing 3-1.
Oh, he's pitched so far a total of 3 innings. Faced 14 batters, given up 4 hits, 4 runs. One of those runs earned a 3.0 earned run average.
Jackson Bates punched out with the bases loaded in the second inning. He thought it was ball 4. Instead, it was strike 3. Corner infield is in. A high pop-up bunt is going to land behind, and he's going to reach on an infield single on a pop fly bunt that was over the head of Austin Lang. And he hustled down to get it. You don't see that every day.
No, you definitely do not.
Wow.
Hey, any way to get on base.
And I guarantee off the bat, Jackson was thinking, I didn't want to get under it. I didn't want to pop it up. But, hey, if it can get over his head, and then a little miscommunication between Lang and Cully, and everybody's safe, bases loaded, nobody out, and back to the top of the order, and leading hitter Tanner Stein.
Yeah, what a great spot for Tanner to be in here with nobody out and bases juiced.
Well, last time he was at the plate, he got a bases loaded walk. Tied the game at that point. Well, that pitch had a lot of movement on it, but it ended in the right spot and gets Cully ahead in the count 0-2.
Oh.
Called third strike. Stein thought it was outside.
Center fielder.
Take a look at where that
Ian went.
tough one.
Hoffman didn't have to move much.
No, if he just caught that corner of the plate, outside corner.
Ian Wynn, 2-run single last time up, now with bases loaded. 1 out. Takes a pitch for a strike. Cully dealing quickly. First pitch of his outing was a bizarre bunt single for shortstop Jackson Bates that loaded the bases. He comes back with a 3-pitch strikeout. And now a big sweeping curveball is slashed out of play down the left field line by Wynn. It's 0-2.
Yeah, good situation for Cully here with 1 away, bases loaded. This would be a huge second out if you can get him at the plate.
Fastball up and in. Wynn backs away. Infield is in all the way around. Up on the grass in the middle. Swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for Cully, and he's got back-to-back Ks. Trying to get out of this jam without giving up any more runs.
Yeah, again, huge second out. Was chasing that one.
Lefty-lefty matchup is always hard. Here's Scott Jusela. Single his first time up. That one was all the way to the backstop. The throw was high, and sliding in safely is Mark Manders to make it a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, big run there as Manders able to come in from third. And as you mentioned, if that throw would have been on target, they may have had an opportunity to get him at the plate. But again, the throw, as you said, high, and no way to bring the glove down, get the tag before Manders can cross the plate.
Well, it was a hard fastball, no chance for Hoffman to get to it. And the fact that it hit the backstop as hard as it did gave him an opportunity to get Manders at the plate, but the throw back from Hoffman to Cully covering was up high, and Manders obviously able to slide in safely underneath. Jusela fouls it back. It's 1-2.
You know, I think after those back-to-back strikeouts for Cully, I think he felt that coming in here he could limit no-run production for the Redbirds, but that tough pitch allowing him to come across.
Sorry, 1-1. Now 1-2. Brenda at third, Bates at second. Jusela is the third straight strikeout victim, but a wild pitch allows Coon Rapids to get one more. They lead 4-1 in the middle of the fourth on CTN.
Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Anoka Bucs got the start they wanted. 3 straight hits with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Brought Zane Vitens to the plate, but Coon Rapids took advantage of a couple of errors and some timely hits in the top of the second. Ian Wynn's single scored 2, and they have been able to hold on to it with solid pitching and defense thus far. And Joe Lewis will continue on the hill here in the fourth with a 4-1 lead.
Well, after a little bit of a rough first inning for Lewis, only the 1 run coming across, he's really settled down and pitched well here.
He has retired 8 straight since that RBI single by Trent Fredenberg. And that is who will lead off in the fourth for the Bucs. Fredenberg, Lang, and Wells, the scheduled hitters. First pitch, hit through the hole on the left side. Fredenberg says ain't nothing but a thing as he trots down to first.
Well, the Bucs obviously needing base runners here, trailing now by 3 at 4-1 here, bottom of the fourth.
First baseman, number 4, Austin Lane.
And now Austin Lang, fly ball to center field his first time up. This one hit toward the gap in left center. A diving attempt by Stein comes up empty. Wynn will track it down at the wall. Turning and going home is Fredenberg. He is going to score an RBI double for Austin Lang. And just 2 pitches into this inning, a single and a double. And that run, that lead is cut in half.
Yeah, and again, just he jumped all over that offering from Lewis and base hit all the way. Stein tried to make an effort, a little diving effort there and left to make a play on the ball, but he couldn't do it. And all of a sudden, nobody out. Bucs are threatening here at the bottom of the fourth. They cut into this lead so far just by 1 run.
Not seeing that. Mark Manders is taking over at short. Bunt dropped toward the third base side. Lewis Fields throws. Jusela able to tag the bag, accept the sacrifice, get Lang over to third base. Just 3 pitches in this inning, a single, a double, and then a sacrifice. 1 run across, a runner at third, 1 out. And out Taylor Nelson. Struck out first time up. Popped up left side. Underneath it is Stein. He makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Lang. It's cut off by Jackson Bates, who has moved over to third.
Well, you talked about Torgerson maybe coming up a little limp on that little injury in that one where he had a collision with the bag, and so he is out at third. Well, Manders is at short, and as you mentioned, Bates at third.
Will there be an at-bat that goes longer than 1 pitch in this inning? That's 4 at-bats. Well, 4 plate appearances, technically, because J.D. Wells' sacrifice will not be an at-bat. But 4 batters have come to the plate. 4 pitches have been thrown. And now Nate Tillman, who had a pop-up to second. Curveball catches a generous outside edge, 0-1.
Yeah, always official at the town ball game. A little tougher job. Just 1 here.
Fastball misses outside, 1-1. Lang is the runner at third base. 2 away now for Tillman. This one popped up behind second base. Out for it is Brenda. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. But 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 left. It's 4-2 Coon Rapids as we head to the 5th on CTN.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Back at Castle Field, middle of this Metro Mini baseball game. Nathan Coley came on in relief in the top of the fourth. Struck out 3 of the 4 guys he faced after the first pitch he threw was a pop-up bunt single by Jackson Bates. After that, he fanned 3 in a row. Mark Manders getting his first at bat. Swings hard and misses. He takes over in the spot that was Torgerson. As we talked about, came up limping a little bit after that run to first. Quickly 0-2.
Manders hitting a $143 as he steps to the plate. 4 base hits for the Redbirds, 5 for the Bucs.
3-pitch strikeout and 4 straight Ks for Cully, and that's how you use your bullpen.
Yeah.
Can't ask for much better than that.
They're very efficient.
Andy Brown.
Yeah, 2 of the 4 strikeouts have been 3-pitch strikeouts. The other 2 were 4-pitch strikeouts. So he's humming. Misses down and away to Andy Brown. And again, 2-0.
That's one. He called the first one was a strike. He called.
Of course it was. He has some wild movement on his pitches and moving directions that it doesn't seem it should. Looks crazy enough from up here. I can't imagine what it looks like in the batter's box. Brown swings and it comes up empty, 2-2.
Able to hold up on that one.
Curveball was down and in and a full count. And another strikeout for Cully, making 5 in a row.
It's impressive.
Right fielder. Number 3. Drew.
9th strikeout of the evening for Coon Rapids batters. They're only halfway through the order a 3rd time.
I think he came in with bases loaded, I believe, and 1 out maybe?
No, he came in with 2 on and nobody out.
Oh, I thought the bases were loaded. Okay. So 2
First
on
pitch.
Yeah.
First pitch he threw was Jackson Bates's little bloop.
Okay.
Bunt single that loaded the bases with nobody out, and then he struck out 3 in a row. There was the wild pitch, though, that allowed Manders to come home.
Score. Correct.
But that run charged to the starter, Lewis Hertling. 1-1, make it 1-2 to Drew Gertz. Gertz is 1 of 2. Two and two, make it strike 3. 6 straight strikeouts for Nathan Cully. A quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th. Home half after this on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Young man at the ballpark just ready to chase down some foul balls and get himself some ices.
Oh, yes. Got to love those ices. Get him any chance you can.
So far, a good ball game here. Metro Mini contest between the Anoka Bucs and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Redbirds trying to find something here middle of the season to get things turned around after a somewhat slow start. They're just 1-4 in league play. As we talked about, hitting just over 200 coming into tonight's contest. Shortstop Fred Hubner leading things off. He's 0 for 1, a fly out to right field that was right down the line, and it took a pretty impressive play from Gertz to turn into out number 3 back in the second inning. This one just behind second. Brenda able to back into the grass, make the catch. He's going to keep all of the play in front of him, not allowing his teammates in right and center field to have any of the fun.
He got back on it quickly.
It's hard to call that a pop-up. When it's your second baseman that makes the catch, you almost have to.
Right.
But that's essentially a fly ball to right, because if he doesn't get there, Gertz tracks it down most likely from right field. And then it's an F9 instead of a P4, which they're both outs, obviously, but you feel better about the F9 than you do the P4 if you're the batter. Back to the top of the order, Will Check 0 for 2.
Either way, it lowers your average.
Fouled straight back, evens the count, 1-1. Juice a long run into the bullpen, but not able to make the catch. And I don't know if he had caught it, if that would have been an out, since it's outside of that line.
Yep.
We're being told that they believe that it is live.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But it doesn't matter. He did not make the catch.
Exactly.
It's 1-2, and Juice a little more out of breath.
Yeah.
This one slapped into right field. Gertz will make the play. No chance for Brenda to steal that one from him. And that is a clear F9 for Will Check.
There you go.
And he is now 0 for 3. Third baseman Zane Vitens singled and scored in the first. Ground out last time up. First pitch rolled to third, scooped by Bates, takes his time, makes the throw. Jusela makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 fifth inning for Joe Lewis and the Redbirds. They lead 4-2 as we head to the 6th on CTN.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie? Oh, boy.
I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
Sun has sunk completely out of sight, and these guys are sinking further into their chairs as we get deeper into this ball game, and it's still tight, 4-2. We get another pitching change for the Anoka Bucs as Zane Vitens moves on to the mound, and
Nate Tillman's going to take over at third base for the Bucs.
so who's out and right?
Trent. Nate Tillman. I got to see. They don't give us that information.
It's number one.
Number one.
Charlie Buffy is out and in right. So one pitch, one out for Vitens. Quickly retires Zach White and now goes to work against Jimmy Brenda. Brenda 0 for 1, but he reached on an error and scored in the second. He walked and got all the way to third in the fourth. Takes that one for a strike. 1-2. The Tens plays with some pace on the hill.
He does. He doesn't waste much time between pitches.
Well, I mean, I'm a little surprised to see him take Cully. I mean, he's just absolutely cruising, 6 straight strikeouts. Not very often you see that at any level.
Well, you know, he's coming off Tommy John. This is just his second outing of the summer of the year for the Bucs. So maybe they're just limiting him his time back into the rotation.
Ball 4 outside to Brenda. He has reached base all 3 times tonight. Love to see that from your 7, 8, 9 guys getting on base. I was going to say before Zach White lined out to the first baseman to start the inning, he'd reached base without a hit. He increased his team leading hit by pitch tally his last time up. He reached on an error the first time, and both times his courtesy runner has scored a run. You love that.
Yep.
From your 7 spot, 8 spot. Jimmy Brenda has reached twice, scored once, and now reached 3 times. Jackson Bates, a beauty of a bunt last time up. Absolutely could not do it again if he intended to.
No, definitely not.
I don't believe he did the first time.
Certainly not in that spot.
I think he was, as it came off the bat, he first went, oh no, and then he went It's exactly what I wanted
Yeah.
to do. Just a little pop-up over the first baseman who was in way too tight. Brenda is going. Pitch is up high, swung on and missed. The throw in time, and Brenda is out, caught stealing. A great throw from Hoffman. Had him dead to rights.
Yeah, right where it needed to be, and all of a sudden that's how you erase the base runner, and now you get 2 outs. It's a beautiful throw out by a mile.
And that was 0-2 to that's 0-2 to Jackson Bates. Gets a piece, stays alive, trying to start a 2-out rally now after the 1-out walk turned into a 2nd out, caught stealing. Bates able to throw the bat at that one, get a piece, stay alive.
You just want to protect the plate.
At least keep this at bat, this inning going. That was way outside. Hoffman waved at it as it went to the backstop. 2-2. Another 2-strike foul.
Our official looking for some baseballs. So if you bring a foul ball back to the official, do you get an icy?
No, it's got to go through the concession stand. They got to get their cut. Another 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. This one's up and in, and a full count to Jackson Bates. And ball 4. Back-to-back walks.
Left fielder, number 17.
After Vitens got an out on the first pitch he threw. But due to the caught stealing on the great throw by Garrett Hoffman. 2 out with the runner on. That one gets away. Bates is going to move over into scoring position.
Yeah, the Redbirds would love to get a run back, get that one that they lost.
Tanner Stein hits this one deep to left field. This is gone. No doubt about it. As Fredenberg turned around, he said that one's not coming back. Stein, a 2-run shot, his 2nd home run of the season. And just like that, the lead is 6-2 in favor of the Redbirds.
Yeah, he jumped all over that pitch and gave it a ride and put it over the left field fence, and exactly what the Redbirds needed with 2 away. But he left that hanging, and Tanner Stein made him pay.
Well, and how big an at bat for Jackson Bates, really, after he went up after a pitch out of the zone to protect the runner on the hit and run, and fell behind 0-2, and then fouled off like 3 2-strike pitches in order to work the walk, and then Tanner Stein just absolutely hammers it. And Ian Wynn will keep it going. A roller right back up the middle, and speed on the base paths. No chance for Wells to try and get him at first. 2-out rally.
Hit number 6 for the Redbirds on the night. So we're going to get a pinch runner.
14, Liberty.
Jusela fouls it back. Klapernick is the runner at first. And now 1-1 to Jusela.
Braden.
Called strike. And way outside, 2-2.
Oh, 2 away. Bucs just want to get out of this inning after that 2-run shot by Stein.
Well, it looked when they got that caught stealing for the second out, things looked really good. But then again, a great battle from Jackson Bates to keep his at-bat alive, earn his way on base. And then, yeah, Tanner Stein, a no-doubt home run. Ian Wynn, an infield single. And this one hit really well to left as well. Back over the head of Fredenberg. Turning and coming home is Klapernick. This is going to be an RBI double for Jusela. A 3-run inning, a 7-2 lead for the Redbirds.
Yeah, nice way for the Redbirds to increase their lead. We talked about one of their issues coming into this game was hitting the ball. 7 base hits now, but run production for the Redbirds, 7 so far here on the board.
Well, and they faced a really strong pitcher against Andover last night, but still just 2 hits in the ball game. And here, as you mentioned, 7 hits. This one popped up by Manders in foul territory. Lang able to make the catch and finally end the inning, but 3 runs come home. Coon Rapids up 7-2, middle of the 6th on CTN.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh? Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Back at the ballpark, the faithful few here for Metro Mini action are being treated to a heck of a ball game.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're a Redbird fan.
Redbirds with 3 in the second to take the lead. 3 more in that 6th inning to pad the lead. Joe Lewis continues on the hill. He's been sharp. Just 54 pitches, now 55 as he starts the 6th inning. This one popped up. Will it stay in play for Jusela? And aiming for the real talent on our team.
Both our camera ops on first and third need hazard pay.
Garrett Hoffman 1 for 2, had a single back in the 1st inning. That one inside, 2-1. Bottom of the first, the Bucs took a 1-0 lead. Coon Rapids answered in the top of the second with 3. And they have held the lead, pushed it as high as 4-1 and now 7-2. This one rolled to the left side, scooped up by Bates on the run. A little double clutch, but still in time to juice a little for out number 1.
Yeah, to kind of hurry his throw a little bit, having double clutched it. Gets that first out. Oh.
Freddie Redbirds.
That'll keep you awake.
Good thing he's got his dancing shoes on.
And now Trent Fredenberg, he is 2 for 2. RBI single in the first, singled and scored in the fourth. Takes a pitch inside. Curveball hit well down the line, sharp. Hit to the corner. He will slide in safely, and Stein got it back in quickly, but there was no chance that they were going to limit him to a single.
Yeah, nice
Third hit of the evening for Trent Fredenberg.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. Yeah, he's not hesitating. He saw where that ball was going towards down the left field line, and yeah, made it a close play though, relatively speaking.
1 out double. We'll bring up Austin Lang. Lang had an RBI double last time up. Hit it right to the left center gap. Now the hole even larger.
Bucs looking to see if they can put some runs up here, trailing by 5. Bottom of the 6th.
Lewis misses inside, behind in the count 2-0. And now 3-0.
Yeah, in danger of losing him and putting a couple of runners out with just one, or a couple of runners on with just 1 out.
Just the third time that Lewis has been to a 3-ball count in this ball game. Lang taking all the way, and Lewis just threw him a get me over change. Lewis will chase Fredenberg back to the bag in second. This one hit on the ground through the right-hand side. Fredenberg will be held at third. As Clappernick quickly got it back in.
We saw a little bit of work in the, Andy Brown was warming up in the bullpen earlier for the Redbirds, but it's quiet now. Although Jeff Lindstrom's going to take a walk out to the mound to talk to Joe Lewis. Might be taking a walk to the mall later, I don't know.
Runners at the corners, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lewis looking pretty comfortable on the hill, like he's going to stay, at least for now. The player manager, J.D. Wells, at the plate. Struck out in the first inning. Dropped down a solid sacrifice last time up. Now with runners in the corners, one out, he looks at a pitch outside. Braden Cherry, the new runner at first base. Pitches in for a strike to Wells. It's 1-1.
Yeah, the Redbirds looking for that big second out here in the field. With runners at the corners.
This one hit to left. Therefore, it is Stein tagging. And coming home is Fredenberg, and he is out. What a throw from Tanner Stein. Zach White came up the line a little bit in good position to make the catch, the sweep tag, and what a play. What a throw from Tanner Stein. It turns into, instead of sacrifice fly, it is a double play. The F7-2. And this inning is over. We go to the 7th. Coon Rapids 7, Anoka 2 on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Another look at the presumably sack fly, but Tanner Stein says, no, sir, this is a double play right on the money to Zach White. He gets the tag on Fredenberg as he goes by. Fredenberg, no thought to slide wide and kind of reach back. No, I don't know that he thought there was any chance that he was going to get thrown out there. But the Bucs make the third out at home plate. Andy Brown 0 for 3. Leading things off here in the top of the 7th inning. His team up by 5. Love to get the 0 for off of his stat sheet.
Yeah, what a great job by Stein to get that double play. I mean, obviously it eliminates any run possibilities for the Bucs. The bottom of the 6th.
Called strike, evens the count. Vitens his second inning in relief. Misses down and away, and the count is full. He had a rough first inning in relief. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs. This one hit hard. Knocked down by Hubner, but he was almost able to make the play from his seat. Brown just barely beating it out.
Right fielder.
Yeah, he had to have a bullet cross to the diamond because he did go off his glove, and he made it a relatively close play after bobbling that ball.
Now Drew Gertz singled and scored in the second. Pair of strikeouts since then. Backs away from a pitch inside, 2-0. fouled back. Another one fouled back and out of play, 2-2.
Redbirds trying to see if they can increase their lead here at the top of the 7th. Already at 5 at 7-2.
The 10s to a full count with Drew Gertz. That is ball 4. 2 on with nobody out.
Number 30, Zach White.
We bring up Zach White, 0 for 2. Line out to first base last time up. Will pop up, will stay in play, but it'll fall before either Hoffman or Lang can get there.
Now both on their horses trying to give chase to it.
Zach White in the 4th inning. His team leading 9th hit by pitch this season. It's my favorite stat of the day. Called strike on the outside edge. Gets Vitens ahead in the count 0-2.
May not be his favorite stat, but he'll take the opportunity to
He's
get on
gotten
base.
He got himself on base
Yeah,
twice,
no.
and his runner scored both those times.
Nope.
That's Moneyball, right?
That is
We don't
Moneyball.
pay you to get thrown out at second. We pay you to get to first base.
Yeah, any way you can.
1-2 pitch. Fouling out of play. We'll try again. Yeah, Vitens threw as many pitches, more pitches in that 6th inning than Cully had thrown in his 2 innings before that. This one popped straight up, and Vitens will just take care of it himself for out number 1. Yeah, because Cully had come in the 4th inning with 2 runners on, nobody out. Gave up the bunt single to Bates on the first pitch he threw. Then he struck out the next 9 guys, or the next 6 guys rather. 9 would be even more impressive, but 6 is still pretty good. And now Jimmy Brenda. Brenda has reached base all 3 times. An error and a run scored in the 2nd. Couple of walks his last 2 times to the dish.
Well, it just went away, and the Redbirds threatening. Good opportunity for Brenda here at the plate.
Fastball missed by Brenda. 1-2. This one hit on the line to short. Hubner, a little flip to Wells, and a double play ends the threat. It's time to stretch. Middle of the 7th, Coon Rapids 7, Anoka 2. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN. Jump to a 3-1 lead in the second. They add to it in the fourth. A little bloop bunt single for Jackson Bates. Loaded the bases, and then a wild pitch allowed the run to come home, make it 4-1. Quick answer from the Bucs in the bottom half of that inning, made it 4-2 to Tanner Stein. A no-doubt 2-run home run. Great play from Tanner Stein in the bottom half of the last inning to get a double play, and a solid evening for Joe Lewis, but he will now give way to the bullpen as Andy Brown comes in relief.
Andy's pitched 8 2/3 of an inning, faced 44 batters, given up 7 hits, 5 runs. 4 of those runs earned. Got 4 strikeouts on the season, a 4.15 earned run average for downtown Andy Brown.
He'll see the bottom third of the order. The 7, 8, 9 hitters are a combined 0 for 6 tonight for the Bucs. But anything can happen in baseball, and 9 outs is a lot of time. Taylor Nelson will dig in first to face Brown. First pitch grounded, and that's in fair territory as it skips away. And see what this is called, if they're going to put that up as an error, a hit and an error. Not the prettiest slide at second base, but Nelson is safe there.
Oh, it's just the way the Bucs wanted to start here, the bottom half of the 7th. Yeah, just off. It's Grubner.
Well, no error put up there, so I guess we call it a double for Taylor Nelson leading things off. First pitch he sees. Which Grebner?
Well, it says B. Grubner. I know Cole Grubner's on the roster, but the
I'm drawing a blank. I don't see him on the lineup, but this one fouled to the backstop by Nate Tillman. He's now 1-1.
It's Brett
Grebner.
Yep.
Was going to be my third guess.
We knew it started with a B.
1-1 with a runner at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Curveball rolled to the left side. Backhand stick. The throw is wild. And a little miscommunication finally tracked down by the catcher, Zach White, but runners will move to second and third.
As a tough throw as it was, but Manders sailed that one wide. No opportunity. Juice let it get that one.
That'll mean runners at second, third, nobody out for Fred Hubner. No. For Logan Piero. His first at bat. Not the way Brown wanted his outing to start. This one hit back up the middle. Manders on a couple of hops, throws it over to Jusela. He makes the tag, 1 run scores, and Tillman moves over to third base. So an RBI ground out for Piero.
The Redbirds, the Bucs needed that run. The Redbirds needed the first out of the inning.
Back to the top of the order, Wilczek is 0 for 3. And a nice looking pitch from Brown starts him out 0-1. Fastball off the end of the bat, snagged at second by Brenda, and he'll. No, that's the other Grebner. It's Cole Grebner is at second.
And a big second out in the field for the Redbirds.
Well, it's so common in town ball. You see a lot of lineup changes late in the ball games, try and get everybody a chance to play. This is Zane Vitens, 1 for 3. Runner at third. This one hit back up the middle and through, an RBI single for Vitens, his second hit of the ball game. Second run of the inning for the Bucs, and they've cut that lead to 7-4.
Good job by the Bucs getting a couple of runs here so far in the bottom half of the seventh because they needed to as this game progressed. They were trailing by 5, able, as you mentioned, cut it by 2 so far. Couple of outs, and Redbirds was looking to get out of the inning.
And now Garrett Hoffman. Thought about swinging. Maybe he should have called the strike. 0-1. Garrett also 1 for 3 this evening. They've got the runner hung up. White will go to second. Throw comes back, but sliding in safely was Vitens. And
the Bucs are fortunate.
He thought it had gotten away from White, and White was able to snag it. So caught Vitens in the middle. Throws in front of him, which is the right thing to do. You never want to let him have that base. So worst case scenario, he's right back where he should be. 1-1. And now 2-1. Up high, 3-1. That one misses down and away, ball 4, and the inning continues. And Trent Fredeberg has been the hottest hitter of the night for either team. He's 3 for 3. Had a double his last time up. He's got a run scored and an RBI to his credit tonight as well. Comes up with 2 out and 2 on. The pitch is outside. Fredenberg was the 3rd out of the inning at home plate in the 6th, trying to score what would have been a sacrifice fly. Another opportunity to help his team cut into the lead. High fly to center. Coming in to make the catch is Gertz, and that is out number 3. So 2-run score on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. It's 7-3. 7-4, Coon Rapids as we head to the 8th.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Fourth pitcher of the ball game for the Bucs is Josh Barker.
Oh, Barker's been a efficient pitcher out of the bullpen. Has a couple of saves, pitched 15 and a third innings, faced 64 batters, given up 11 hits, 5 run, only 1 earned of those 5. Struck out 14 in those 15 and a third, and has a .59 ERA.
It looks like Tillman has returned to right field. Yep. Vitens has returned to third base. So I think
things around.
The fielding chart is back to where it was where it began at the beginning of the contest. We'll see. Is this Brett Grebner? 28?
26.
26?
Yep.
So that's a yes, Brett Grebner?
That would be correct.
Okay. Rely on you for these things, you know?
Yeah, well, a few things.
Big hack comes up empty, 0-2. But now outside. And you wonder if, yeah, I see him. He's down there warming up. Jackson Bates. Yep. Strong chance we will see him come out to close the ball game. Slashed foul and out of play. It'll stay 2-2.
Heading for the parking lot.
And that one, that's as we were talking about earlier. That parking lot, pretty much anything can happen. In tight, and it's a full count. Thought about going, but able to check his swing and take ball 4. Leadoff walk for Brett Grebner. That'll bring up Tanner Stein.
Number 17.
Undoubtedly had the hit of the night so far, a 2-run home run with 2 outs back in the 6th inning.
And a gem in the field to throw from the outfield to get the runner at the plate, too.
Pitch is down and away. Grebner 1 for 3 as the home run, 3 RBI in tonight's game. They throw over, Grebner back in time.
think he thought about
pitch.
swinging at that one.
Good pitch from Parker,
Yep.
evens the count, 1-1. Curveball doesn't curve, stays up high, 2-1. Blows the fastball by him and evens the count.
A big swing and a miss by Stein. Yeah, we saw what he did when you leave a pitch up over the plate.
This one fly down the right field line, hooking foul. Tillman gave a good effort, but no chance to really get there. It'll stay 2-2. Yeah, you don't want to leave one meaty.
No.
To Mr. Stein. He will send it out of the ballpark. 2-2 pitch from Josh Barker is down and away, full count. In danger of back-to-back walks.
Yeah, at this point in the ball game, if you're Anoka, you don't want to put any more base runners on for Coon Rapids. Already up by 3.
This one hit back up the middle, fielded by Hubner. Throw to 2 for 1. The relay not in time, and Stein able to reach on a fielder's choice after hitting a near perfect double play opportunity.
Well, the Bucs get the lead runner, which is the important of the two. But just as you mentioned, not a great throw, but it would have been tough as it is.
Braden Klapernick, his first at bat. With 1 out and 1 on. Got a piece, fouls it back.
Pitch
Going
there.
right after him, gets himself ahead in the count, 0-2. Klapernick, a little bloop to short right field, and it'll fall in front of a charging Tillman for a 1-out single, 2 runners on base.
Well, that's hit number 9 for a Redbird team that's been having trouble finding base hits.
Yeah, we talked about it too early in the game about they weren't even, fouling off pitches, making pitchers work.
Right.
And that has been the opposite here tonight because the last 2 before Klapernick had gone to 7 pitch at bats, ending with a walk and a fielder's choice.
It's Justin Reeves at the plate for it. Remember Justin Reeves? Justin hitting
in the spot of Scott Jusula.
Hitting 238.
Looks at a curveball for a strike and behind in the count, 0-2. The Bugs have found the broadcast booth.
Yes, they have.
Took him until the 8th inning.
We didn't invite him either.
Called third strike. Reeves disagrees, but he's done on 3 pitches and a big second out for Josh Barker.
Yeah, the Bucs obviously do not want to give up any additional runs here, as we're moving late into this ball game.
Mark Manders second at bat. His first one was a first pitch pop-up, and his second one is the same as Lang drifts into foul territory to squeeze it for out number 3. The Redbirds get a couple of runners on base, but they leave them stranded. Still, they lead 7-4 going to the bottom of the 8th on CTN.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie? Oh, boy.
I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
Jackson Bates back in the ball game as he takes over on the hill.
Jackson comes in with a 1-0 record, has a save on the season, 12 innings, faced 48 batters, given up 7 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned, struck out 20 in 12 innings, has a .75 earned run average.
The last time we saw this team, he came in, pitched 1 inning, and ended up getting the victory. Austin Lang will lead things off. He's 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI back in the 4th inning. First pitch, grounded back up the middle. Manders charges, bobbles. No chance to get Lang at first base.
Yeah,
They're going to call that an error, right? It's a tough one. But he clearly did not field it cleanly.
No, he did not, and that was one that I know he'd love to have back, but no opportunity to get the runner at first, and that gives the opportunity to the Bucs to get that first base runner on here.
Both teams with 9 hits and 2 errors. And now J.D. Wells, first pitch, grounded to the left side. Manders gets there. The long throw is not in time, down the line a little bit, but he had to field it deep in the hole, waited a long time for it to get there. And there's 2 on with nobody out on 2 pitches to start this 8th inning.
Yeah, just the start they wanted. So again, Manders with the throw that pulls Juicel off the bag.
Taylor Nelson doubled and scored in the 7th. Starting the little rally that helped them trim this lead back to 3. Watches a big sweeping curveball for strike 1. Fastball gets away from White, but he's able to keep the runners from advancing. Pitch was inside, evens the count 1-1.
And the goal there, obviously, just keep the ball in front. Do not let the base runners advance.
Nelson at the plate representing the tying run. Another big bender, but this time it falls low, and it's 2-1. This one grounded to the left side, backhanded by Manders. The throw in time to get the lead runner, and Brown able to catch it, keep his foot out of the bag, and they get the lead runner. That's the end, out number one. That's the big
especially at third
benefit.
Yeah, Manders has had action here so far in the bottom of the eighth.
That was not an easy play either.
No. The ball was hit to the hole in the shortstop.
Nate Tillman reached on an error and scored in that 7th inning. Now with 2 on and 1 out. Fastball on the inside edge. Evens it up 1-1. Big pitch for Bates to get back in front, 1-2. Goes back to the curveball. This one flipped foul and out of play.
Yeah, if they can get the hit at the plate and get that second out, that would be huge for the Redbirds in terms of not allowing some run production.
This one hit through the hole on the left side. Charging is Stein, and he'll get it in quickly. And I think the Bucs may have learned their lesson. They don't want to run on the left fielder's arm.
They do not. They're not going to test it at this point in time. Now bases are loaded. So it's just one away. That's the 11th base hit for Anoka. Out hitting the Redbirds, but trailing by 3.
Hubner back in. He's 0 for 2. Piero hit in this spot last time through in the 7th inning. Had a RBI ground out. Fastball called a strike as Hubner kind of backed away from it. Thought it was inside, but caught the corner. It's 0-2. Extra base hit could tie this ball game. Bottom of the 8th inning, big sweeping curveball, and Hubner not buying. 1-2.
No, at this point, there's a batter. Just be patient. Look for your pitch. In a pressure situation with 1 away and bases loaded, trailing by 3, they're looking to see if they can claw their way back in here late in this contest.
Slow roller to short. Manders flips to Brenda for 1. The relay is not in time. Run scores. They get out number 2.
Not a big run for the Bucs. Now they just cut it to 2. Well, I tell you, if they can get another run here before the end of this inning, be huge to put the pressure on the Redbirds.
Back to the top of the order, Will Check. Takes a pitch up and in. Check 0 for 4. Great opportunity here with runners at the corners. 2 away. Curveball doesn't curve. It stays high. 2-0. Fastball inside, 3-0.
All of a sudden, Bates is in danger of losing him and loading the bases again.
Check taking all the way. That was right down the middle of the plate, 3-1. This one skied behind home plate. White lost it. Bates couldn't find it. That is a foul ball and a fortunate
That's a tough
reprieve for Will Check.
That is a tough one because that should have been an out.
Full count with 2 out. Hubner will take off with the pitch from first, representing the tying run. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Jackson Bates. Gets his team back to the dugout, still leading by 2. We go to the 9th. Coon Rapids 7, Anoka 5.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh? Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Taylor Nelson will take over on the bump for the Bucs. 5th pitcher of the evening.
Nelson has a 3-1 record. He's pitched 22 innings. Faced 96 batters, given up 23 hits, 11 runs. 9 of those runs have been earned. He has struck out 13 in those 22 innings, and he's got a 3.68 earned run average.
Andy Brown fouls back the first offering off the top of the press box. 0-1. That one spins low, and it's even 1-1. This one chopped to the left side. Hubner on a couple of hops, takes his time, makes the throw over to Lang for out number 1.
He certainly did not need to rush it. A solid throw from short.
Now batting number 27, yes, Peterson.
That is Justin Reeves.
27.
Oh, 27. That's Spencer Peterson. You should have known that.
Of course.
I thought it was a 2.
It was.
2 twos. 2 twos.
Nelson keeping him off balance. Fastball followed by a changeup that got him way out in front. He swung right out of his helmet.
Peterson hitting 107 on the year.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And a good start in relief for Taylor Nelson. Gets the first 2 he faced. His job relatively simple. Go out there and don't let it get any worse. And don't hit Zach White.
No.
He's already gotten his hit by pitch tonight.
I wonder what the record is in the season, most hit by pitch.
The one earlier tonight was number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
That's number 9.
Quickly behind in the count here, 0-2. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error, and his runner scored in the second. He got hit by a pitch, and his runner scored, and he's erased here for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Nelson. His team needs 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. Can they do it? The Bucs at the plate after this on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Anoka fans riveted throughout in this tight ball game, and it comes right down to inning number 9. Bottom half, they come to the plate trailing by 2, but the meat of the order due up. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Zane Vitens, 2 for 4, a pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored.
Well, in this situation, that's why they put the ball in the hands of Jackson Bates. Looking to deal here, see if he can make some quick work of the Bucs at the plate and get win number 6 on the season for the Redbirds.
Well, his first inning did not go the way he had intended. Was able to finish it with a strikeout. Leave a couple of guys on base. Working with some urgency against Vitens. This one foul and out of play. For Anoka, they really want to come back here because this is just a rough day at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
They started by resuming a game in the 15th inning that they end up losing to Centennial. High fly down the right field line, drifting into foul territory, but tracked down there for out number 1 by Klappernick.
Well, we get that all-important first out of the inning here.
Garrett Hoffman.
Well, now to be losing to a team in Coon Rapids that is really off to such a slow start.
Yep.
Toward the bottom of the Metro Mini standings. Garrett Hoffman singled in his first at bat. Since then, a fly out, a ground out, and a walk. Fastball in to even the count. Fastball is well outside, but Hoffman had committed, swung through 1 and 2.
Yeah, nothing but he could not stop his swing at that point. But you're right, that was fairly outside.
Curveball hit hard down the line and gets past Brown. Big turn at first, but Hoffman will stay there with his second single of the ball game.
Well, again, especially with Mr. Stein out and left, he's not going to test his arm on a play like that.
Number 5. Trent Redbird.
Bring up Trent Fredenberg. He is 3 for 4 with a double, RBI, run scored. And now he represents the tying run in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 out and 1 on. His team down by a 7-5 score. They have not led since the bottom of the first inning when they were up 1-0. Coon Rapids answered with 3 in the top of the second, and they have not trailed since. Fastball fouled to the backstop.
Yeah, if Bates could retire Fredenberg at the play, I mean, he's had a hot stick tonight. Easier said than done, of course.
Fastball catches the outside edge and puts Bates in the driver's seat, 1 and 2. Fredenberg got a piece, keeps himself alive.
Well, in this situation, this part of the game, you have to protect the plate.
Goes back to the fastball, but misses low. I think Bates thought that was going to be called strike 3.
I thought he felt so as well as he came off the mound.
Instead, now 2 and 2 to Trent Fredenberg. Hoffman, the runner at first base with 1 out. 2-2 pitch, hit back up the middle. It'll fall. And that is the 4th hit of the ball game for Fredenberg. And it puts the tying run on base, gets the winning run to the plate for the Bucs.
Yeah, Bucs threatening here with 1 away. Bottom half of the 9th. Looking to claw their way back into this one.
Well, that game that they had to resume in the 15th inning tonight, they actually came back and scored 2 in the 8th or 9th inning of that game on Wednesday last week in order to tie it and get it into extra innings. Trying to do something similar here tonight. And another guy who's had a good night in Austin Lang, he hits this one toward the gap in right center. 1 run is going to score easily. Fredenberg is going to turn, and now he's going to hustle back to third base. It's a 1-run game. The tying run is at third. The winning run in scoring position with 1 out. Austin Lang, the RBI double on the first pitch he sees from Jackson Bates.
Yeah, base hit to the gap, finds that green. It's going to win the game for Anoka.
And the Redbirds are going to take some time to talk about it. J.D. Wells, the player coach, an opportunity to be the hero at the plate. He's 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 8th. Now he comes to the plate in the 9th with 2 runners in scoring position and his team down by 1, just 1 out. And I think I don't think there's any question you walk him here to load the bases, put a force at every base.
Yep.
That run doesn't matter.
Nope. So
putting another guy on base is irrelevant.
Well,
but that's just me. That's coming from a part-time baseball guy.
Well, and that's exactly what we'll see what they do here. That's exactly what the possibility that Coach Lindstrom went out and talked to Bates about.
Well, they're assuming the position, so I expect them to throw pitches. And in today's world, of course, an intentional walk, you don't even have to throw the 4 pitches. A change that it didn't surprise me at the lower levels. I was surprised they instituted that at the majors.
Here we go.
Because anything can happen on a delivery to the plate.
In their victory against Andover the other night, J.D. did get a walk-off hit to win it. We'll see if he can do that again here.
Well, and we'll
evening.
see. I mean, Bates threw him 1 low, 1 high. They may be out there just trying to get him to swing at something, but not really giving him anything to hit. This one hit deep to center. In position is Klapernick. He catches. Both runners will tag. This game is tied, and the winning run is at third base with 2 away.
You know, it's bittersweet for Anoka. I'm sure they don't want to play an extra inning game, but they obviously do here tonight because the only way they're going to go to extra innings is unless they can pull this one off, as they will go to extra innings.
Bring up Taylor Nelson, now the pitcher of record, an opportunity to give himself the win if he can find a base hit here. He's 1 for 4 this evening at a double and a run scored. This one, a little excuse me swing, and we're headed for inning number 10 as Bates throws over to Jusela for out number 3. 9 innings, not enough. It's 7-all. We're going to inning number 10.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you.
Back at the ballpark.
That's Cole.
Cole Grebner.
Grebner.
I believe that's his first at bat.
I believe you are correct.
Hitting in the number 8 spot.
Batting 226.
One and one pitch popped up in foul territory. Back on it to make the catch is Lang for out number 1.
Now batting, pitcher number 5, Jackson Bates.
Jackson Bates clearly unhappy as he headed back to the dugout, and blown save opportunity for him. Would love to take it out with his bat here.
Yeah, he'd love nothing more to make up for that and get some opportunity to get a run for the Redbirds. They've had a base hit in a little while.
Curveball is in there to even the count, 2-2. Oh, sorry, 1-2. So one hit into center field, it will fall in front of Check, and a lead out, or a 1-out single for Jackson Bates. His second hit of the ball game.
Number 17,
All Tanner,
leadoff batter. left
Back
fielder
to the
Tanner
top of
Stein.
the order for Tanner Stein.
yeah, all Tanner needs to do is just duplicate what he did earlier and just
drive
put a
one
two-run
over the
shot.
fence.
Yeah.
Not asking too much.
No, not at all.
Had the team's only home run of the season coming in. Now you want him to hit 2 more tonight.
Well, just asking. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but I'm asking.
It's always interesting. You know, Taylor Nelson is 5th pitcher of the ball game for the Bucs, and you talk about the number of lineup changes we've seen that is typical of town ball late in the ball game. Means you run out of some roster moves when you get into extra innings. This is a 4-pitch walk for Tanner Stein. Put 2 runners on with 1 out. Go ahead, run into scoring position. We're going to talk about things.
Well, you quickly tied this game up, and now you're in danger of maybe giving the lead up again with nobody out and runners at, I'm sorry, 1 out and runners at first and second.
Stein was able to get the Redbirds 1-2-3 in his first inning of relief, including a couple of strikeouts. He starts out with a quick pop-up for out number 1, and then a single and a walk.
Now batting for the Redbirds, number 14, Brandon Kleppernick.
We are going to see a pitcher change as Nelson is going to come off. We'll take a short break as they sort themselves out and put a new arm on the hill. 10th inning, tied up at 7. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie? Oh, boy.
I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
So first baseman Austin Lang and pitcher Taylor Nelson will swap places. Lang becomes the sixth pitcher of the evening. Second lefty of the night.
Lang comes in at 4-0, 25 innings, faced 104 batters, a 1.08 earned run average.
Braden Klapernick, the first to face off against him.
He has struck out 33 hitters in 25 innings.
Klapernick, I believe, is 1 for 1. Down and in, evens it up 2-2. Solid knock into left field. They're going to turn and send the runner home. The throw is way too high. Run is going to score. Both runners are going to advance. We'll have runners at second and third, and Coon Rapids has the 8-7 lead. An RBI single for Klapernick as the visitors back in front.
Again, that was just a good heads-up base running to score the run, and as you talked about, that throw was high.
Well, and again, Jackson Bates was unhappy heading back to the locker room or into the dugout. This one hit through the drawn-in infield. One run is going to score. They're going to try and bring home another. That throw isn't stopped by Hoffman either. Jusela still running. He's going to end up at third base. The Redbirds have a 3-run lead.
Well, I'll tell you, a big top of the 10th here so far for Coon Rapids. They were angry they lost that lead.
But I never got to finish the point was Bates came out determined. He was unhappy with the way that went. He came out determined, and he got out there. He got a base knock, comes home to get him the lead, and now this rally is continuing. Mark Manders will come to the plate. Four straight have reached, 3 with hits, 1 with a walk. Infield is all drawn in again. Jusela, the runner at third base. Lang dealing quickly. Count is even, 1-1. Fastball's inside.
You know, Coach Lindstrom got to love the fact that they've got a dozen hits and so far and have scored 10 runs. Can't be happy with the fact that they gave up that lead to get to this spot. But love the response from his squad here in the top of the 10th to gain that lead back and put some cushion between themselves and the Bucs.
Bucs have 15 hits in the ball game. Manders thought that was ball 4. Instead, it's strike 2. It'll be a full count. Called third strike, a huge second out for Austin Lang and the Bucs.
Batting designated hitter, Andy Brown.
Andy Brown started the game as the DH. He spent some time on the hill. He's been at third base. I think he's still at third base.
He is, yeah. I think so.
100% sure, but we've shuffled the deck a few times before we got to the 10th inning.
Certainly have.
Lang is dealing quickly. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Dropped just below the strike zone, 1-1. This one hit high down the line into foul territory, and Nelson tried the over-the-shoulder catch and could not keep it in the mitt.
Yeah, good effort by him too. Just trying to reach back for it. Not able to close the glove on it.
3 runs in the inning for Coon Rapids. Brown fouls it off, stays alive. Disappears low, 2-2. Then tied him up upstairs. Back-to-back strikeouts to finish it, but the damage done. 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 left. It's 10-7 going to the bottom of the 10th on CTS.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh? Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Back at Castle Field, Coon Rapids led this one 7-3. Was it 7-2 even?
Yeah.
At one point. Yeah, 7-2. And Anoka came back in the late innings, able to tie it in the bottom of the 9th inning, but Coon Rapids answers with 3 runs in the top of the 10th inning. It's the 3rd inning that they've scored 3 runs in this ballgame.
I was just going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth.
Nate Tillman is leading things off here in the 10th. Only a little bit of pressure when you come up in the extra innings trailing by 3. Bates, as we talked about, a little unhappy that he gave up the 3-run lead in his 2 innings of relief. That one is out of play. But he was able to start the rally in the top of the 10th inning and score the go-ahead run. They had a couple of more insurance runs to restake him to that 3-run cushion. This one, a 1-hopper to Grebner at second, over to Jusela for out number 1.
Well, able to get that first out in the inning.
Number 10, Freddie.
Makes things a little bit easier.
Hubner comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Did drive in a run on a fielder's choice last time up. Fastball in to even the count, 1-1. Bates again working with urgency. Just he's into his windup
Oh, yeah.
before the batter is really even settled that bat on his shoulder.
Yeah, he definitely wants to finish this one out.
Goes back to the fastball to even it up. Up and in, Hubner ducks away from it, a full count. Bucs looking for base runners and get him back to the top of the order with less than 2 out. Called third strike. Hubner thought he was walking to first instead. He'll walk to the dugout, the walk of shame, as he hangs his head. He is out number 2.
Oh, you got the gift.
I don't know why he would have thought that was outside.
That is a gift, but a very important second out for the Redbirds in the field.
Back to the top of the order, Will check 0 for 5. Hoping to start a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Bucs in danger of losing 2 extra inning games in the same day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Both in the league as well. Again, they finished a resumed 15-inning contest against Centennial before this game started. And now here, about to lose to the Redbirds. This one rolled to third. Brown's throw in time to Jusela, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 10th inning, and the Redbirds get the win. They led pretty much throughout this contest, but made it dramatic at the end. Still, they walk away the winners and a much-needed win for Coon Rapids.
They really did need that, and an offensive output from them, which they needed probably as much to kind of get their offense kick-started back rolling as the season continues.
Yeah, there was no shortage of drama. Again, we've done 2 town ball games this season, and both have just been weird games with a lot of funny stuff that happened. Jackson Bates's bunt bloop single was definitely interesting, and then the Bucs come back with 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 2 more in the 9th on 3 straight hits in that 9th inning that helps them scratch their way back in, tie it up on a sacrifice fly, and I think Coon Rapids answers with 3 runs in the 10th.
And that'll put their record to 6-7 on the season. It'll drop Anoka to 13-5 as the season continues on for Coon Rapids, but a much-needed and nice win for the Redbirds.
Yeah, and glad we could be here to be a part of it, but that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final, the Coon Rapids Redbirds 10, the Anoka Bucs 7. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.